Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Behind the Data podcast, episode 6. I'm Ganesh. I'm one of the co-founder and CEO of ConverSight.ai. I have my co-founder, CTO Gopinath with me here.
Hey, I'm Gopinath. I am the co-founder and CTO of ConverSight. Nice to meet you.
Today, we love to share on our journey, how we started, how we both got together on this journey, and what motivated us, and how the journey started, how the journey is going now, how we are helping our beloved customers, and what challenges we are facing, and what's excite us every day, what motivates us, and what's a journey from here. And sharing that story. And as we always say that together we can make anything, and also partner in crime.
Yeah.
That's needed, right? For before starting ConverSight.ai in 2017, I spent like 15 years or so delivering data and analytics for number of customers. A lot of leading retailers, manufacturing companies, automobile. I think in the last 2 decades, one thing we could see that data is exploding, and companies are so great in capturing the data, storing the data, and it was so difficult to get the insights from the data. There are a lot of dependency, lot of systems, lot of names we hear. And in my journey, I always focused on owning the outcome from a customer perspective. And if they're capturing the data, I always ask, why are you capturing this data if you don't get the insight? And there was a time when, 2016 or so, when that was maybe the tip of my concern or frustration, you call, that need to do something to make people use this data. And of course, I had a lot of ideas, but you really need someone, on the technology side to make that vision come true. Gopi, if I remember right, I met you in 2016, late 15 or 16, in a
16.
innovation conference, and you were showing something with augmented reality and all those. It was blown away my mind. I'm sure you had a lot of ideas at that time. And then we were chatting on a Friday, if I'm right.
Right, yeah. So to do a roll back, like 5-6 years before we started this company, I was actually doing a lot of research, right, and innovations around augmented reality, future of work, then AR, VR, telematics. So we were doing all this. We were trying to take this to our customers, right? But there is always an new idea, right, which we want to completely pursue other than what we are doing. Because I was bound with the research request from my own company, which I was working before, and there was always a wings closed version which I was trying to do. So later, like 2016, when I met Ganesh in the Innovation Summit, right, and I was actually showing something around AR and VR. And this is all around data again, right? And the data are all coming from the machines. But the fact for business is they're actually now getting a lot more data. Huge volume of data is being gathered and generated and assimilated. But most of the time they are in dead buckets, right? So nobody is using those. And we were discussing on that Friday what we can do, right? So, I met Ganesh for a reason. I actually wanted to go out of this bonding work and go into more a startup, right? Startup was I was actually going and talking with a lot of other startups, right, for research and architecture and design and solutioning.
In fact, interestingly, I met you in the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
And knowing you as a technology leader, I was so surprised what Gopi is doing in the Chamber of Commerce. I think that's where I got to know that you have a startup idea.
Exactly.
And it was so great. I think I still remember that we met on Friday around 4 o'clock, and it was supposed to be an hour meeting, hour long, but I think we ended up staying for 5 hours.
Yeah. We started.
That was probably the day one of company.
We just started ideating about what's the problem, challenges in industry, and what we can do. But the last 1 hour is more about, hey, what we can do about it. Right.
I think you introduced me to Alexa, in fact.
Yeah.
In fact, I was so focused on data reporting, how to get it, but then you opened that. Ganesh, do you know something called Alexa and how this is going to change the world, and you're going to have an assistant to ask a question? I think that actually ignited the thought that why we need to find this ConverSight, a conversational insights. Just, why not have a natural conversation with the data? That was, I think, mind-blowing how a data problem and, AI could come together. Yeah.
So my passion is always about AI technology, right? Building platform for the customers. And Ganesh brought the actual business problem, right, which is being faced in the industry now, and which is across, right, with huge amount of data generated across. So what if we can actually have a conversation? That's the initial spark for us, right? What that conversation is going to be. And our first prototype was actually with Alexa, right?
With Alexa, yeah.
We started taking it to our customers.
I think one thing we did too good, just for everybody's sake, like we discuss a lot, we argue a lot, I think. But most importantly, we were not building the platform for whole 1 year and waiting to be ready to go to customer. I think I remember within like
3 months.
Yeah, less than 3 months. We went. I think we drove to Ann Arbor for 4 hours, 5 hours, just for an hour demo. Within 3 months, with an enterprise customer actually.
And we just showcased it.
And that was an eye opener. And can voice alone be a communication layer to get insight? And how much revenue made? Easy to answer in voice. But who are my top 10 customers? It's difficult to say. If you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, the moment you say 4, you forget the first. I think that was a great discussion with that customer. I think I would tag it like a validated product.
Exactly.
Build, right?
And that actually opened up a lot of things, right? So we saw the entire problem from the different perspective.
Yeah.
So the conversation is not just a conversation. Conversation actually has difference with the human. So basically it is sound, it is hearing, and there is a visual aspect to the conversation.
Yeah.
Right. So all along when we ideated it, we thought about like a voice, but suddenly when we had that first encounter with the customer, what we understood is basically it is not just the voice or the hearing part, it's basically the visualization aspect also is part of the conversation. That's when the first step towards ConverSight's product started.
But most importantly, we realized that or learned that within 3 months, not after spending 1 year, 2 year and spending a lot of capital, right? So that I definitely, I think most importantly as a technology leader, you are able to understand that. And early on, we both used to go to customer meetings.
Exactly.
I think that was really awesome, where you were able to hear the problems from the customers and all those. I think from there journey started. I think one thing I really loved with the technology, Gopi, that after we hearing that voice alone will do, when we were coming back in 5 hours, we have ideated, and a week later, you showed me a mobile app with voice and visual chat. That was the time I really felt we are going to do something great here. Like that's when really I felt the power of technology, the speed in which we could innovate, and especially having a good set of third set of eyes like customers and validate the idea. So validated product, great ideas, and great innovation and speed. Innovation, speed, and the idea kills it, right? I think from there it's a journey, right? We have we used to work in our garage and our basement, I would say. I still have all those sticky notes in the basement and how well we.
I think we have to take a big picture and put it in our office.
Yeah, I think we should do that. I think I still have all the sticky notes on what all the people we need to hire and all that. I think from there we hired our first research person, Lenin. I think from there the journey started. Like I would say like we coined the term like ConverSight and Athena. Athena is our AI employee. So fast forward today, Gopi, we are empowering hundreds of customers, connecting with their complex data from ERP, CRMs, and getting all the insights. Early on, we focused on Athena being an Q&A, like
Now.
you ask a question and Athena will answer. Now I think I think you product team side, I'm keep hearing that Athena is going to be a storyteller. So what's next wave of Athena? What storyteller?
So we started Athena as a more a data exploratory person, right? So you have all this data, connect to the data, and you ask questions, right? But the whole journey has shifted as we started interacting with our beta customers who started using our platform, and there were great feedback from these customers, right? And what they were asking is that, hey, Athena can answer these questions, what I know, but what else Athena can do? What she can come and proactively tell me about my data, right? And that's where the augmented analytics part of Athena came into picture. So we wanted the brain to an Athena, right, at the back, and so that we can feed information into Athena so that an Athena can come up with the business news or telling the story of a business problem, right? And we are actually going in that direction. So we started adding a lot more brain to Athena, right? We are expanding Athena, we are teaching Athena, and in a near future, we are going to actually see Athena in a different way, where she's going to come up and give you a presentation, right? About the business problem. So you connect the data, and Athena will come up with the business problem, and it is going to present you with the actual business data. Take the data and tell it as a story to you. So you don't need to actually go dig into the data to actually see that information.
Yeah. So I think while that journey goes, when you're building that, for me as a business development person, I felt really happy when first set of customers signing on and started using it and missing Athena. Like I think one of our early customer, I think Mavpac, they coined Athena as our employee, and we are missing Athena. Where is Athena today? When the system, when Athena was not available for a day, when the system went down early on, like I said, oh, Athena took vacation today. When she will be back. Like that was like when I really felt so great that we built something which is really. That's what we want. We want Athena to be part of a company and be so helpful and tell the story, get the insights. That was so great. So, and then when they add another user, another obviously more contract, I am so happy. But then I saw the happiness with you when last year when we got the patent and the Gartner Cool Vendor. That was, I think, the true recognition for you guys. So you want to share about that maybe?
Yeah, so we started a lot of ideation like way back in 2017, right? And then we actually started using Alexa, and it didn't work out. And I think most of us know that Alexa is more in other areas. So the problem is we went back to our drawing board. We actually came up with our own idea of solving these conversational problems, right? So that actually converted into a patent for us. It's an aha moment. And
how Athena is contextually learning,
understanding, then the understanding from the context understanding without any training. So most of the technology today is all about a lot of training time. So our Athena is basically like you load the data and you can ask questions, right? And the cool vendor is basically like an great aha moment for us. And Ganesh, so you would have your aha moment with the cool vendor and with the customers.
Yeah, I always worked with great vendors, great product vendors. They would come and say, we are a Gartner Cool Vendor, Gartner MQ vendor and all that. And we could build something and get that recognition and all those number of awards, like 10 plus awards in supply chain and data analytics and all those. That was great. That was great, like what we have achieved. So fast forward, where do we go from here, right? From a business development perspective, we are certainly hiring a lot of people, a lot of talent. We have what, I don't know, like from 2017, from 2-member team to we have tenfold or more today. And from there, we will be doubling the team, if not more, in the next 12 months. And with our new fund, and it's so exciting that we are adding a lot more use cases around augmented analytics, augmented consumer, as Gartner name, on the data storytelling. I'm sure you are working on making Athena to become a data scientist.
Yeah.
That's going to be future.
That's for the future. Yeah, that's a dream where we are actually taking the entire conversational platform where you might not need a full-fledged data scientist. Business analysts can become a data scientist in the future. So that's where we are actually going, and Athena is going to help in that direction for us to take.
So all they need to do is, hey, Athena, do a forecasting. Athena will do the forecasting.
Yes.
So that'll be cool. Like, be it forecasting or segmentation or erosion or a lot of that stuff. So I probably don't need to learn all the linear regression and how to code and all those. So Athena will do it for me, right?
Yes.
That'll be super cool. I'm really
That's
waiting.
going to be the future.
Yeah, I'm really waiting for Athena to tell me the story on how many deals we won, how many leads we generated, inbounds, outbound, and then how much revenue we made, how many users are onboarded and using it, all proactively. And then I can say, how much revenue we'll make next year. Let Athena do a forecast and tell me. That'll be super cool. I'm waiting for that. Good thing.
It's going to happen. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Very soon.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.